Welcome to the EO Life Continuing Education series. My name is Stacy Cahill, and I will be your presenter tonight. And I am so grateful for all of you for taking the time to join me, whether you are on Facebook or whether you're here in Zoom. I appreciate you. I appreciate us spending the evening together. I am really excited about this topic because it's sunshiny, it's springtime, and for me, that means it's time to do a little deep cleaning in my house. And I just want to share with you some of the tips and things that I do in my home to help eliminate toxins and how to keep the synthetics and the fragrances out of my house. Did you know that over 100,000 children under the age of 6 are sickened by household cleaners every year? Or that fragrances, especially synthetic fragrances, can cause respiratory irritations, discomfort, seasonal threats, and 1/3 of the substances used by the fragrance industry are toxic. 1/3. Now, this doesn't mean that they just don't smell good, but it's actually a toxin to your body. We know from all of our studies that what we're learning is when our body is exposed to those types of toxins or those types of synthetics, it can interrupt our endocrine system, it disrupts our respiratory system, it takes a toll on our bodies. And so I love teaching people how easy it is to eliminate toxins from their lives. And for me, this was something that I started doing about 10 years ago. Many of you know that I have a daughter who has some respiratory issues. And when she was young, we discovered very, very early that she had severe respiratory issues, was in and out of the hospital. And one of the things that we needed to do in our home to keep her safe was to get rid of all of the synthetic things. I was a person that used to have candles in every room, high quality, good candles, but candles in every room. And that's how I decorated. That's what I did to make my house feel warm and soothing. And yet, those same candles that I loved, no matter how high quality they were contributing to my daughter's respiratory issues. Every time I would burn them, the synthetic fragrances and the ingredients in them were just not a good choice. I learned early on that I needed to eliminate the toxic cleaners that we used because spraying them would start her wheezing. We cleaned out her diet, we cleaned out our chemicals in our house and our body products, and did a complete total transformation to step into a more toxic-free living environment. And it has made all the difference. So I'm excited to share some of those tips with you tonight. Now, let's look here at some of the different ways that we can do toxic-free living. We have talked about personal care products in some of our other classes, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that this evening because I really do want to focus on the spring cleaning and the household products. But I think it's important to start with the fact that these are the two major sources of toxins in our home. The products that we use to keep it clean and the products that we buy for our personal care. And both of these are easy to eliminate with doTERRA. So we're going to start off right away with our amazing personal care products. We can replace our hair care, our body care, our skin care, toothpaste, deodorant, body washes. All of that can be eliminated from the supermarket or drugstore purchases, or even some of those companies that we think of as natural and clean. When you really dig into their ingredients, they're not much better than the other varieties that we can find at the drugstore. But doTERRA promises us all natural, pure ingredients that are not going to cause any problems in our homes. And I love that we have these options for every area of our personal care. And then we can dive deeper into our household products. One of my favorite things is the laundry detergent. You know, I used to use a free laundry detergent because I knew that the fragrances irritated my daughter's skin. I knew that the chemicals in some of the commercial laundry detergents were going to cause her skin to be itchy and irritated, and the fragrances on there would start causing her breathing issues. What I didn't know until I did some research is that a lot of those laundry detergents that are labeled with the word free really just mean if they're fragrance free or dye free, that actually they end up having a ton more ingredients in them because they need all of these extra chemicals and extra ingredients to be able to eliminate the smell or to eliminate the color that comes from the products. So I was super excited when doTERRA launched their On Guard laundry detergent. This is a powerful, effective, amazing product. It is a laundry detergent that gets rid of all of the major proteins in your clothing, like mud or dirt or grass or stains, and it eliminates the odors by using the On Guard essential oil blend right in the laundry detergent. So I love that we have that available, and it's one of the quickest and easiest ways to eliminate a bunch of chemicals in your house right from the get-go. And when we think about how important it is to keep our clothing free of those toxins, it's easy to see why that's a natural switch, because your clothing is what is covering your body all day long, 24/7. You have something rubbing against your skin. And if your clothing is full of chemicals, it's full of synthetic fragrances or detergents that are not clean, that's going to be left residual in your clothes and rubbing against you, and your body starts to absorb that. So On Guard laundry detergent is product number one on how to eliminate toxins quickly and easily in your home. The next thing that I want to point out is that with a diffuser and any of the doTERRA oils, you can choose how your home is going to smell at any given point, which means you can eliminate one of the largest sources of synthetics and toxins in your home. And that is the candle family, the wax burners, the room fresheners, the sprays, the aerosols, all of those products. I mean, literally an entire grocery store aisle full of products to make your house smell good. And all that those are doing is adding chemicals and toxins into your home. Whereas with a diffuser, a little bit of water and a couple of drops of oil, you can make your house smell like the forest or the spices of cinnamon and clove. Or if you like citrus, you can diffuse your citrus oils. You can create your own personal aromatic profile for your home and for your family, either based on the things that you enjoy smelling or the aromas that you like, or based on the benefits that you know specific oils are going to have for your family. We also have an On Guard foaming hand wash. Now, this is another great one because if you're like me or my kid, you are washing your hands all day long. And when you have a regular bar soap or those scented fruity soaps from the store, you're not only using a bunch of synthetics in the soap, but then that scent lingers on your skin for a long time after you've washed your hands. Whereas with the On Guard foaming hand wash, it's all natural. It has a great aroma, but it doesn't linger on your hands like a lot of the other soaps. And I love that. And of course, my favorite, the best cheater toxin-free living product of all time, doTERRA's On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. This is like a one-stop shop. With your On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, you can make a counter spray, a floor cleaner. You can use it on your dishes, like hand wash dishes, not dishwasher, and in the bathroom, on the floors. You could even use it with your laundry. This one bottle can eliminate almost every other household cleaner you have because it's got everything you need right there in that cleaner concentrate. And I love knowing that it is that simple to be non-toxic in my home. So if you don't learn anything else tonight, which would be surprising because I have a lot of great information, remember these four things: laundry detergent, foaming hand wash, On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, and your diffuser. With those four products, you can get rid of almost every one of the natural grabs that we use to keep our house clean, to keep our house smelling good. You can have them all beautiful, non-toxic, and ready to go. So let's go ahead and start walking through a home. When you first get home and you open the front door, you have your entryway, you have your foyer. One of the things that I love to do, and I have a small space, but it still works, is I have a little shelf in my entryway. And on that shelf, I keep a diffuser because I want my house to always smell amazing. I want it to be inviting. I want it to smell clean. I want to be able to walk in the door and literally take a breath of fresh air and to know that that is an all natural, beautiful scent that I choose. So a couple of my favorites to have in that entryway are citrus oils like grapefruit or wild orange or lemon, something light and uplifting, something energizing, and yet not something that's going to be too overwhelming so that when I have guests come over, they're not hit in the face with something that's really strong or pungent, but a really nice light citrus oil or sometimes a mint. I also love the idea this time of year, especially of diffusing on guard. And I will often dress up my on guard oil when I'm diffusing it, not because it needs any extra support to be effective, but because I love to change up the way that it smells to fit my needs. So sometimes I add extra wild orange or I'll add lemon to my on guard oil when I'm diffusing it. Other times I add peppermint and frankincense. You can change up how your house smells simply by changing up your diffuser. And when you have this right there in the front entryway, you can't help but walk in the door and just smile because it's that first whiff of home that is your safe place, your home. And I love being able to have that when I am walking in the door. I also love the idea of keeping my entryway clutter free because I know when I come home, I want to dump everything. I want to drop my purse, my keys, kick off my shoes. But when I have all of that in the entryway, I know that I am going to be feeling unsettled and restless, and it's going to feel messy to me. So, taking an extra second to have a place for those things to go when I walk in the door has been really great for my own well being and taking care of myself. Now, I also love to keep a container of cleansing wipes near my front door. Sometimes they're on the shelf, sometimes they're tucked away underneath the shelf, so they're out of sight. But I make my own cleansing wipes, and I use this using premium paper towels. For me, that means like the Viva brand of the cloth-like paper towels. And I will cut the roll in half so it's short. And then I pull out the cardboard tube in the middle and I put it in a round container, although you can use whatever you have. And then I make this solution that has the water, the fractionated coconut oil, some On Guard, a little bit of lemon essential oil, and then just a little bit of that foaming hand wash for added cleansing power. And I can use this then to either wipe down my hands when I walk in the door, or if I want to wipe down keys or my cell phone, or wipe down light switches or doorknobs, whatever it is that I want to keep clean when I'm walking into my house. I love having that right there. But it's not just by the front door that I use these wipes. I'll also use these in my car. I have a Ziploc bag that has a solution of these that I keep in my car to wipe down my car, the handles, or just clean the dust that accumulates there. I've made these wipes with, instead of using the On Guard and lemon, I'll use lavender or Roman chamomile, and then I can use it as diaper wipes for babies. All natural. You can take these cleansing wipes, put whatever oils you want to serve the purpose of where you're going to use them, and use them to wipe down counters, like I said, light switches, doorknobs, all of those little things. Cleansing wipes are a lifesaver. You don't have to wait till the grocery store has them in stock with all sorts of toxins. You can make them yourself at home really easily. And then I like to keep a couple of oils on hand specifically for cleaning. Melaleuca or tea tree oil is one of my favorites. I often have a spray bottle that just has water and Melaleuca, or water with some Melaleuca and lemon in it, because that is a great way, all-purpose cleaner that I use for just about everything. But I also like to use the eucalyptus. Now, the eucalyptus I often will mix with a little bit of rubbing alcohol and a little bit of water in a smaller glass bottle to use as a hand sanitizer, or to be able to use it for those quick cleansing moments in my purse. I'll carry a little spray bottle with me with that. I love it. And the hidden bonus is when you have the essential oils mixed with water or a simple solution, even though you may have made it for cleaning things around the house, it's super great and effective to still use on your body because the oils are going to have dual purpose. Now, the next room of the house that we're going to walk through is the kitchen. Now, in my kitchen, I do a lot of cooking. So I like to have a diffuser in my kitchen that is going to be not competing with the aromas of the food that I'm making. And often I diffuse something after dinner to help eliminate any of the smells from cooking, whether I'm cooking curries or a lot of broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage. None of those have that lingering smell that are super lovely. So after dinner, I often diffuse Purify or lemon. But before dinner, during the day, I like to diffuse herby, woodsy sort of oils because they don't tend to compete with the aromas of what I am cooking. So the recipe on the left column here with the rosemary, cypress, and juniper berry is definitely one of my favorites to use all day long in my kitchen. And it doesn't matter what I'm cooking when I come in the kitchen, when I'm leaving, because it's going to smell great and not interfere with the aroma of what I'm making for food. I also like the recipe with the lemongrass and tea tree. I find that to be a very cleansing diffuser blend that is really great, especially after I've cooked something like fish or seafood, or if something gets burnt in the kitchen and has that awful aroma, then I'll pull in some Breathe or Air X and diffuse that just to help purify the air. And of course, you could just use the Purify oil by itself. Now, when it comes to cleaning in my kitchen, I love a good soft scrub. I have porcelain sinks that often need to be scrubbed to be able to keep them looking nice. And this soft scrub recipe has been a lifesaver. I make this in a wide mouth pint mason jar, and it's a little bit of unscented Castile soap, a little bit of the On Guard Cleaner concentrate, some baking soda, and some water. And then whatever essential oil I want for the time. I tend to do a lot of grapefruit or lemon. I also like to make the soft scrub with peppermint just because it's energizing as I'm cleaning. And then I will use this to, like I said, either clean sinks. It's really great for countertops where you have those little areas of discoloration, either because you spilt some grape juice or there's a tomato sauce or something that splattered and started to stain your countertop. A little bit of the soft scrub with a soft rag does magic and easily lifts most stains up. I also like to make my own dish soap. Now this is dish soap for hand washing, not a dish soap for in the dishwasher. The dish soap that I use is unscented Castile soap, and then lemon, lime, and grapefruit oil. The lemon and lime are both perfect for doing dishes because the lime is a natural degreaser. So any of those things that are, baked on, caked on, greasy things, the lime oil really helps to dissolve that and make that go away so dishes are easy. And the lemon is great for sticky things. So that combination of lemon and lime with a little bit of grapefruit to round out the aroma is fantastic for a dish soap. Now, I like to dilute it a little bit after I've mixed up the Castile soap with some water. I find it to be too sudsy, too soapy if I use just straight Castile soap with the oils. So I like to dilute that a little bit. And then I will pour this into like my scrub brushes that have the soap dispenser on the end. I also will use this recipe for the dish soap when I'm soaking the drip pans from my stove, because those often have things that have dripped who have got baked on, cooked on, and they're gross. So I put those in the sink, sprinkle a little bit of the dish soap, some hot water, and let them soak while I'm cleaning the rest of the kitchen. And almost every time, by the time I'm done cleaning the kitchen and I come back to get my stovetop drip pans, they are easy to wipe out and super clean right from the start. And if not, I also do a stovetop cleaner. Now this is similar to the soft scrub, but a little bit more abrasive. It's baking soda with some table salt, a little apple cider vinegar, some water, and the Purify cleansing blend. This is a great mixture for stoves or for oven doors to just get in there and scrub it by hand. The abrasiveness of the baking soda and table salt really help to break down some of those baked on, caked on things more so than the spray or the soft scrub. So keep that in mind. This is not a recipe that I would use on any wood or any of those surfaces that are easily scratched. Although it is super gentle, even though it has both of the baking soda and the table salt. It's a great cleaner for those scrubbing areas. When we move on to the living room in my house is like the hub of where we are. This is where we spend the majority of our time. So during the day, I change the diffuser based on what we're needing. I love to diffuse in the morning some wild orange and peppermint, or sometimes I'll diffuse the balance and a little bit of lemon with that, depending on my mood, whether I need a little bit extra pick me up to get going, or whether I just want to create an ambiance of calm and soothing and grounding. Lemon oil is a great one to throw in there because it's great for focus. And I am a homeschooling mama, so when we are in the middle of doing homework or studying, I love to diffuse rosemary, peppermint, and lemon. This is a beautiful blend that helps with focus. It helps with memory and retention of what you're learning. So it's a great one to diffuse during the day while we're doing our schoolwork. But then towards the evening, I tend to change that diffuser into more of the calming oils. Again, either end of the day with some balance or maybe some serenity, a little bit of lavender, or a favorite combination is peace and the Siberian fir. Sometimes with frankincense, sometimes with sandalwood, but it's just a nice, heavy, beautiful aroma that is so soothing and really helps to set the mood for a family evening at home, relaxing. But when it comes to cleaning, I love this wood polish. It's olive oil with a little bit of vinegar, and I tend to use the Arborvitae little essential oil. This smells so amazing, and it's got that, it's a wood. So it really helps my wood, I feel like, to shine and to look new and fresh, even though some of it is antique furniture from my grandparents. But I'll make this wood polish, use a soft rag, just kind of massage it into the wood. Not only does it work well to eliminate the dust, but it helps to keep the wood looking nice and fresh. So I love using this. I've also done this recipe with walnut oil or peanut oil. Both of those work really well. I tend to go back to the olive oil simply because the nut oils tend to go a little bit rancid faster, and I don't need to polish my wood that often. So I love using the olive oil, but you can play around a little bit with the carrier oil. Just make sure it's a lighter oil so it's not becoming caked on or creates a sticky residue on your woods. And then the other thing that I love to do in my living room is refresh the carpets. That is a major hub in our house, lots of walking in and out. So the carpets often get a little bit grungy no matter how often we vacuum. So I will mix some baking soda and lemon oil, and I mix that up together. I put it in a little like jelly jar, and I have some of the metal lids that I put holes in. But if you don't have the tools to put holes in those canning lids, you can replace that with a piece of cardboard and just a hole punch in the cardboard, or use a pencil even to stab through the cardboard to make those holes. And then sprinkle that on your carpet, let it sit either overnight or for a few hours, and then vacuum it up in the morning. And that is a great way to help get rid of some of the odors in your carpet, to refresh them, keep them looking beautiful and smelling divine. Then we move into our bedroom. Now, when I'm in the bedroom, I want a sanctuary. I want to relax. I don't want to think about anything else. And so my bedroom diffuser is often balance, peace, or serenity. Those are my go-tos and what makes me feel so calm and at peace when I'm in my room reading or just relaxing. So those are my favorite oils to diffuse in the bedroom. And then often I will use this mattress powder, and I will clean or refresh my mattress about once a month. Now you'll notice that this is very similar to what we just did for the carpet refresher. And that might be one of my favorite things about DIY cleansers or products, is that what you use for one thing can often be used someplace else. So you could use the same recipe you just made for your carpet powder on your mattress, but I love to change that up because I want my mattress to be that soothing, comfortable place where I can lay my head and rest. So when I'm using it on my mattress, I tend to use lavender or serenity or cedarwood, some of those oils that help to calm and relax. Adaptive would be another great one to be able to put with your baking soda. When you take your sheets off, take your mattress cover off, just sprinkle that baking soda. I can't say that I've ever used the strainer and the sieve over it. I use a jar, just like I did for the carpet refresher, and I sprinkle that on the mattress. and then use the handheld vacuum to vacuum that up a few hours later. It is a great way to just kind of keep your mattress fresh and smelling good, not getting all dingy and gross. And of course, a glass cleaner, because all of us have windows and mirrors and glass in different places. And this is a great recipe. I used to do my glass cleaner with just vinegar, but I found that adding a tiny bit of the rubbing alcohol and then diluting that with water really helps to eliminate streaks. It stretches the cleaner to go a lot further and does a great job. So in an 8-ounce spray bottle, I use about 8 drops of essential oil. Again, that lemon and lime is a perfect combination because it really is a degreaser and helps to get rid of the residues that might attach to your mirror or your windows. And then just mix that together, spray it on, and wipe it away. It's a fantastic, easy recipe to keep your glass clean. And one of my all-time favorite hidden secret recipes, the Purify Magic Sponge. This one, I have a couple of them around the house. I use one in my garage where I store my shoes because I don't like my white shoes to not look so white. And I like to keep the rubber around the edge of my soles clean. So I will use this recipe and just scrub the soles of my tennis shoes often, or that rubber piece on the side. Makes them look great. This is great for countertops where you have those like stuck on stains. It's good for spots on the wall like Sharpie or crayon. Lemon oil usually takes them off, but if not, this magic sponge recipe will definitely eliminate that. It's a really simple, easy recipe to make and so multi-purpose. You can use it with so many different things. It's another for floors where I get scuff marks. I mean, you name it. I pull this out when I have a spot that I'm not sure how else to clean. It's not good on fabrics. I wouldn't do that. The borax could discolor fabrics, but any of those other surfaces, I find it to be really helpful in cleaning those. Again, probably not wood actually, but tile, grout, linoleum, all of those things can be a great way to clean. And then we move into our bathroom. Now in the bathroom, I have a diffuser in every bathroom in my house for a couple of reasons. One, I like to be able to put a diffuser on before I have company over so that they never have to be self-conscious or embarrassed when they're using the restroom because they have a diffuser going before they ever got there. And it was going to make the bathroom always smell lovely. In the bathroom, I tend to do balance and elevation, but another one of my favorites is the rosemary, eucalyptus, and grapefruit. I find that combination to be very refreshing. It's great at eliminating odors and keeps everything nice and clean. And then when you're cleaning toilets, these are magic. These are toilet pods. It's baking soda, citric acid, a little bit of Castile soap, and your favorite essential oil. I prefer Purify when it comes to cleaning the toilets, or tea tree. Mix that all up, put it in your silicone ice cube mold, and then let it dry. Now here in Washington State, sometimes that means that I have to leave it out for 2 days, 3 days, because we have a lot of moisture in the air sometimes. And it takes a little bit longer to dry. I also tend to make more of these up like in the summer when we have drier weather, and I'll make a few batches of them, keep them in a large mason jar. And then when I need to clean the bathroom, or let's be real, my daughter cleans my bathroom, she'll drop a pod in the toilet, wait till it stops bubbling, and then take the toilet brush and everything just scrubs away so easily. Now, this is another one of those things. Yes, my daughter cleans the bathroom. And let me tell you, when we started eliminating toxic cleaners from our house, she was about 4 years old. And when I started having a bottle of cleaner for my On Guard cleaner concentrate, and I knew it was safe enough that it wasn't going to affect her, it wasn't going to affect her lungs, she started cleaning. Because when you have young kids, you often don't want them doing the cleaning because the chemicals you're using are so harsh. But when you make them yourself and you're using all natural, beautiful essential oils to really get those areas clean, you can give them a bottle of spray, you can give them a rag and have them go to town. Now, you might have to go and do some cleaning up behind them, but it's a great way to instill in young children that ability to help out, help do the cleaning, and take some responsibility in upkeeping the house so that when they get older, they can do it by themselves. Now, another recipe for your bathroom is the deodorizing toilet spray. Now, this is a recipe that you can use with the rubbing alcohol, glycerin, essential oils. Make a little spray bottle, and this is when you spray into the toilet bowl on top of the water before you go to the bathroom so that it traps any odors and eliminates them before they get into your air. So I love the deodorizing spray. It's also called a poop puree instead of a potpourri. Great recipe. Change up the oils, use what you like, and have fun. Grout Cleaner is another one of those things that who wants to clean the grout? It is so time consuming, but with this great recipe, the cleanser does the work for you. It's baking soda, hydrogen peroxide, a little Castile soap, and lemongrass. That lemongrass is a powerful, powerful oil to help eliminate any fungus from growing back. And with a little bit of scrub brush, you can put the cleaner right on, wait 5-10 minutes, come back and scrub it, and it's going to clean up really nicely. I also like to use this recipe in my windowsills or my sliding door track. Or if I have like a groove in there where I don't necessarily want to have the baking soda, I will use the Castile soap with lemongrass and a little bit of water. And I'll use a spray that I can then spray, wipe down with a cloth towel, and eliminate any of that mildew or moldy stuff that starts coming in those windowsills, and it prevents it from coming back for quite some time. So I love using this grout cleaner recipe both on my floors, but also in my windowsills. Excuse me. And of course, we can't not clean our showers or shower glass. This is a slightly different than the one I use just for glass because it does have the vinegar, the alcohol, the water, but it uses On Guard and lemon. I think the On Guard is really great for a shower glass, especially because you get that soap scum, and the lemon helps to cut through that, with the On Guard helping to really support your body with those great blend of oils that are great for cleaning and disinfecting. So I love this for a shower glass. You could use it on your windows and mirrors, but I find the other recipe to just work a little bit differently, a little bit better, and I prefer that. Now, we have to talk for just a moment on lemon and give lemon the due that it is deserving, because lemon oil is probably one of my favorite oils to clean with. Not only does it remove different things from a wall, whether it's Jello stains or Sharpies or crayons or gum residue, you name it. You know, if you're a mom, I'm sure you've had some interesting things stuck on your wall too. And lemon oil is always my go-to to get it off. It makes great addition to any of the DIY cleaners that we've talked about this evening. It's a great one to diffuse to help your air always smell fresh, but it also can be great for conditioning leather, for helping to remove stains on some of your laundry. Do test a spot first, because not all fabrics love having essential oils directly on them, but it does make a good stain remover on laundry. And I do appreciate using that. The other thing is I love to put lemon on my dryer balls and throw those into the dryer with my laundry, so they come out fresh and smelling lovely. Some of the other oils that I think are worth mentioning that we haven't really talked much about, but great cleansing oils, are oregano or thyme. Both of those are great, especially like oregano in the toilet bowl. That can be really great. Anywhere that you have a lot of potential for a lot of germs to be growing, like your kitchen sink, cleaning with some of the oregano is just an extra powerful way to disinfect that and keep it clean. Lavender, although it's so calming and soothing, actually has a lot of great benefits for cleaning and keeping your rooms nice and fresh. So lavender is a great one to add to any of the cleansers, as well as cinnamon. You'll notice a lot of the oils that we use for our cleaning recipes are the same oils that we grab for added boosted immune support, because they just take care of us and they take care of all the things we don't want in our life. Now, we started off tonight talking about the laundry detergent and how amazing that is. And I'm going to wrap up with laundry as well, because I find one of the most horrible, toxic, chemical laden things that are in so many homes of fabric softener sheets. Those things are full of synthetics and really harmful chemicals. And you can keep your clothes soft and smelling great without needing any of those harsh chemicals by making this simple fabric softening spray. It is just vinegar and your essential oil. Put it in a spray bottle. You can spray your bottle or spray your clothes before you throw them in the dryer, or like I mentioned with the lemon, use your wool dryer balls and add your favorite essential oil to the dryer balls directly. Throw them in with your clothes in the dryer. You'll have fresh clothes, reduce all of the static, and not have to have any of those toxic, nasty chemicals in there. So those are my favorite tips for cleaning. I do want to add a couple other things that I didn't get to in some of the pictures, but a couple other things that come to mind with spring cleaning. I tend to find in my house when I'm doing spring cleaning, unwanted visitors, ants, spiders, moths. It's that time of year where those little things are creeping in the house. And I love that I have the essential oils that not only help keep my house clean, but can also deter pests. So if you deal with ants or spiders, making a simple spray with just water and peppermint and spraying that around windows or baseboards or wherever those pesky little things are coming in your house, that will help keep them away. I love to put a little bit of cedar wood um, on an old piece of fabric and leave that in my closet to help keep the moths away. You don't need those toxic mothballs, just cedarwood oil. It's amazing how that can work that way. And then to keep in mind that we have so many other oils that we can add into our cleaning regimen. Cilantro, basil, bergamot, lemongrass, peppermint. These are all great oils. And all of our essential oils are going to have some benefits with cleaning. So take the ones that you like, add those to your cleaners and give it a try. Making your own cleaners is a lot easier than most people think. And it's a lot cheaper than going and buying chemical laden toxic cleaners for your home.